call to order this regular meeting of the West Valley City Council today, Tuesday, July 8th, and it's promptly 6:30 p.m. By way of roll call, we'll note that all members of the council are present with the exception of Mayor Ron Bigelow, who is a regular voting member of this council, but he's asked to be excused from tonight's proceedings, and so we'll welcome him back next week. We also have joining us on the dais our city recorder, Ms. Sherry McKendrick, as well as Mr. Paul Isaac, who is representing the administration and in place of our city manager, Wayne Pyle, tonight. Item 3 on our agenda, we take turns as council members providing an opening ceremony to set the tone of the meeting, and tonight's responsibility falls to at-large council member Lars Nordfeld. Council member, the time is now yours.
Thank you. Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, council member, for that. Seeing no special recognitions tonight, we will move to item 5, which is the approval of the minutes of our June 24th, 2014 regular meeting. Those minutes are before the members of the council for any modifications, changes, or motions to approve.
I would move for approval of the minutes for June 24th, 2014.
Thank you, Councilmember Lang. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Hume.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion to the motion? Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes of June 24th, 2014, say aye.
Aye.
The minutes are unanimously approved. Item 6 is the time that we set aside for comments from the public, as well as comments from city manager and potentially the city council. I don't believe anyone's signed up on the sheet for comments tonight. Missed any comment? Okay. Then we'll skip past the public comments and move to city manager comments. Mr. Isaac, anything to comment on or report during this meeting?
Thank you, Sue. No, I have no additional things to comment on.
Well, good. We'll turn to the council. Any comments tonight by any member of the city council? Okay, we are ready to get down to business, and so we will move on to our public hearing and ask our acting city manager to please introduce item 7A, which is accepting public hearing regarding the police department's application for a justice assistance grant.
Well, thank you, sir. For the council and for the public hearing, the police department has applied for a justice assistance grant, and part of the process is to hold a public hearing to accept the grant. The grant totals about $102,000 and will be used to purchase equipment, fund training, and other approved programs, pay salaries, for example, for those approved programs in the police department.
Okay. Then I will open the public hearing regarding the police department's application for justice assistance grant, and the corresponding action to that is going to be resolution number 14-115. Has anyone come to speak regarding this application? Okay, seeing none, I will close the public hearing, and council, the named resolution is now before you for questions, comments, or motions.
Mayor,
Mr. Bueller.
move for approval of resolution 14-115.
Okay, we have a live motion before us to approve resolution 14-115, authorizing the police department to apply for justice assistance grant. Is there any discussion to that motion? Okay, other than I would say that it's a good partnership and does a lot of good for our city, and so it's I'm pleased to see us continue to apply for these grants and be diligent on them, as well as live up to their intended purpose. Seeing no other comments, we'll call the question and ask all those in favor of approving resolution 14-115 to please say aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposed to that motion? Okay, the motion carries unanimously. We have 4 resolutions for consideration tonight. We'll ask Mr. Isaac to introduce Resolution 14-116, approving an easement encroachment between West Valley City and the Department of the Interior and Rocky Mountain Power.
Thank you, sir. You're exactly right. The Rocky Mountain Power has requested permission to cross the Jordan Aqueduct in the city's right-of-way with a power line, and part of that is owned by the U.S. Department of the Interior. So this resolution authorizes the execution of that easement encroachment agreement between the city and the U.S. Department of Interior and Rocky Mountain Power as well.
Okay, and just to give the coordinates here, it's 2270 south and 3700
Thank you,
west.
sir.
Thank you. Council members, any need for clarifications from city staff or any comments, or a motion would be in order?
Motion to approve Resolution 14-116.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve a Resolution 14-116. Any discussion to that motion? Seeing none, we'll call the question and ask all those in favor of approval to please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously. And now, Mr. Isaac, let's introduce Resolution 14-117, please.
Thank you. The city, in conjunction with Pipe Camp Incorporated, is installing a new storm drain. This is a change order for that particular drain. While they were in there and looking at things, we determined that there was a lot of damage done to the existing and deterioration, frankly, of the existing storm drain. So this resolution is a change order in the amount of $154,000 to fix those problems.
Okay, this work is taking place on 4000 West. Any questions or need for clarification on this item? If not, a motion would be in order at this time.
I will move for approval of 14-117.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion before us to approve Resolution 14-117. Is there any discussion to that?
Just noting on this change order, there was a savings on another part of the contract that saved $90,000. So the net increase is around $60,000, not the full $154,000.
Thank you, ma'am.
Noted, thank you. Seeing no further discussion, I will call for a vote and ask all those in favor of approving Resolution 14-117, authorizing a change order with Jordan Valley Construction for the 4000 West Storm Drain Replacement Project to please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed to that? Motion carries unanimously. We now have two resolutions now to where this body of the city council ratifies the appointment of the chief executive, which is our city manager, to serve on boards or commissions in the city, and both of these have to do with professional standards review board terms. And the first one, item 14-118, is ratifying the city manager's appointment of Mr. Craig Stagg to the Professional Standards Review Board. And Mr. Stagg is in attendance tonight, and so we'd like to have him come forward to the microphone and just introduce himself to the council, and the time is yours.
Thank you. Well, hello. My name is Craig Stagg. I have the opportunity to volunteer for this position with the Professional Review Standard Board. My wife and I have lived in West Valley, well, since it was incorporated, actually, even before that, so we've been out for quite some time. And I just felt like it was time to get back a little bit to the community, so I had the opportunity to apply for this position and was accepted, and I'm pretty excited to participate.
And you like to read?
I do like to read. I got my first introduction the last couple of days when I got all the cases. I didn't realize there were that many cases to review, and but I think after doing the first dozen or so, you kind of learn what to look for and how to skim through. But it took several hours, but that's what volunteering is. That's what I enjoy doing. So my wife and I just recently retired a couple of years ago, and it gives me some time to do that. So I've been on the alumni board at the University of Utah for the last 3 years, and just got relieved of that. It's only a 3-year commitment. They won't let you do it any longer. In fact, I had the opportunity to be on the task force, and they just decided what to do with the fight song, which was quite controversial, as you all know. I hate to admit that, because there might be some people here that don't like what they decided, but But I'm excited to serve on this board. I like to do something in my free time.
Good. Well, thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for volunteering for service in our community. It certainly couldn't function without good people like yourselves and your good wife to be involved, and so thank you for that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And we'll see how the vote goes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, council, for indulging on having that up, but any questions or any more comments on this, and then a motion would be in order for approval.
Our co-eds are still the finest in the land.
I agree with that. I also think we should smoke a cigar and have a stein of beer.
Who would like to have the honor of making the motion?
I'll make the motion. I move for approval of resolution 14-118.
Second.
Okay, we have a live motion before the city council to approve resolution 14-118, ratifying the appointment of Craig Stagg to the Professional Standards Review Board. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll ask all those in favor of ratification to please say aye.
Aye.
And that passes unanimously. Welcome and thank you, Mr. Stagg. We also have the reappointment of Janetta Williams to the Professional Standards Review Board, and take a motion on her ratification reappointment now.
Move for approval of resolution 14-119.
Second?
Okay, motion to approve resolution 1419. Any discussion to that? Just that I would note that Janetta, Miss Williams, has done a remarkable job in her capacity on Professional Standards Review Board, and I've also got to know her over the past couple of years with other activities that she's, important activities that she's involved in with our city. So glad that we're keeping her involved and utilizing her talents. And we'll look forward to seeing her smiling face around City Hall, and ask all those who are in favor of resolution 14-119 to say aye now.
Aye.
And that ratification also is unanimous. Any other business for this body? Seeing none, we'll ask for a final motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Okay, all in favor of adjourning this body, please say aye.
Aye.
The city council will stand adjourned for 1 week.